Ready and hana do set. Konichi, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jomel Socorro,
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
and we are the Wannabe Boo podcast, bringing the latest and greatest game anime news, reviews, and waifus for life. Welcome to episode 88, and welcome to the first podcast of the Spook season.
Ooh, shit. This season's super spooky. Thank you. Because
Exactly.
we like our hey, I like your friend more than you, so help me date him, even though you obviously like me.
Okay.
But, who
Oh
cares,
shit.
right?
Hold on. Before you guys continue, before we continue here, no, that was not your Facebook message that just went off. It was my Facebook message that just went off.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I gave you some a false report there for a second. But before we get into the main show, let's get right into our plug, right, Jarron? Let's
Yeah, if you want to suck the universe's proverbial peen with us, I don't know. You can find us on all the regular oh, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh yeah, I think
You
so.
can like us on social media. Just search WANNABEABOO with spaces in between. WANNA space BE space BOO, right? ABOO.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. On Facebook and Twitter. And you can find us on all the normal podcasting apps I guess YouTube's not necessarily a podcasting app, even though it kind of is, whatever. YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Apple Podcast, Listen Notes, the Stitcher app, any other place, like I said, any other podcasting apps.
Yeah, that's also including Podcast Addict for you Android users out there.
Hey, there you go.
All right. One more thing too, guys. Make sure to check out the WBA TV YouTube channel. We're trying to be more active on that separate channel as well. At least I am. I just uploaded a new video up today before recording today's podcast, talking about one of my favorites is last season, summer 2019, which was Arafureta from from Commonplace to World's Strongest.
Which I'm gonna refute you real quick, Jomel.
Yeah.
There's so much of the light novel and the manga that was cut out from the anime.
Yeah, there was.
That
in terms of like actual content, there was a lot that was cut out.
Like important content, not just like, oh yeah, it could be skipped. No, it was important.
Well, I mean, debating
important.
How important? As I've
important to understand what's going on and not to lose interest because everything's just being fucking whisked away.
Right.
Like I did.
Oh. Well, how so? Like just lost in it, or just
we buzzed through the whole fucking whole thing with the bunny people. Like we just breezed over all of that.
Yeah, because that's a whole separate arc that happened.
Right, it's an entire arc that happened in 2 episodes.
Yeah, well, actually, that was like half the second volume of the book. So, then 2
Exactly.
episodes. Not only that, but not even just that. We even cut there was also the one moment of cutting how the bunny people were even found in the first place. Because in the anime, they were found completely different. They were found kind of wandering around the wilderness. In the books, even the manga, they were found as they were. Wait, did they? No, they were found. I think somewhere they were found somewhere in the gorge, because they ran off from like some slavers, originally, and we never got to see the satisfying interaction between Hajime and the slavers, unfortunately.
And we also didn't get to see the interaction, like the whole thing with the beast people.
Oh yeah, the whole beast village and all that stuff.
Yeah, like that. Like a friend of mine explained that to me. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking cool. Why would they skip that?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Because I was sort of confused about that too. Because in terms of lore, I guess there was a lot of lore that was kind of skipped past in those 2 episodes.
Well, I, mean, I get it. Like you have to fit what you can,
Yeah,
and
I think because I feel like what they were trying to do, at least from because I've been watching every episode so far, and the last one's going to be coming out when this podcast comes out. I think
Mhm.
they try to squeeze everything as much as they can just to get to the main reunion arc, which is in like volume 4 or something, if I
Yeah,
remember
but like,
correctly.
who gives a fucking shit about like if we don't care about the journey, we don't care about the destination.
Well, technically the destination is not even the reunion arc, at least for Hajime. It's to get back home, but you know, but this is not the time for that, Duran, because I need to talk about our first episode. Um,
Wait, what? Oh yeah, first episode reviews. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Even
If you, I
though
mean, if you guys,
I pretty much dropped the ball on that one.
yeah. Well, what do you mean?
I haven't watched any episode ones
Oh, yeah, that's true. But that's okay
except for one.
because you watched the one episode, the one series that I wanted you to watch, so we can talk about it.
Uh huh.
And if you guys are not haven't watched it yet, don't worry. Well, I just want to talk about it because you guys, it's only been 1 week. It's the first episode. You guys will catch up regardless. But oh my god! Oh, before we go, yeah, make sure to just check out my opinion on Arofreto. This is just it's a casual response. I'm not trying to be so hardcore about it. I personally just enjoyed it just because it was sort of just a fun story I could just not really take seriously.
I mean, yeah, it definitely was that, but I
That's
want to take
probably
it
it.
seriously. I
Wow.
like the edginess. I want to cut my wrist with the main character, but I can't if we're skipping shit.
Yeah, true. I mean, it doesn't even get that edgy even in the books. It doesn't get as edgy anymore from like the
Yeah, but
first volume.
he's edgy.
No, he even lightens up even more in the light
No, because
novels.
he's fucking a lolly. That automatically makes him a
Wait, what?
basement
No.
dwelling edgy piece of shit.
Actually, drawn. She's like 3,000 years old.
I'm sorry that the one girl that showed you any kind of fucking interest, you're like, oh, okay, I don't care if she looks like a child. That's cool.
Isn't that what an incel is or something? Whatever the
Yeah, exactly.
common
Yeah, yeah.
phrase is for.
Yeah,
To,
I'm coming at you, you listener. I know who you are.
he knows
Remember,
who you are. And he knows where you live
you
too.
can you can legally view it. I'm just gonna judge you for it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
continue to judge you for it, and I will never stop judging you for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of incels, though,
Oh yeah, he is an incel. Now that I think about it, that
he
man is incel as fuck. Wow.
so out of all the new anime that came out, the one that we're talking about is Ori wa Suki Nano wa Omae Dake Kai Yo. I think the English title is "You're the Only One That Loves Me." I think, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
I think it's why are you the only one that loves me?
Yeah, or I think the short name is like Ore Suki.
Yeah,
So
Oresuki. That'd be the best way to go about it,
so
Oresuki.
yeah, exactly. But ah, I've had.
I don't.
I'll just say this much, like, because I've read the manga, so that's why I'm sort of excited about this. And I get to tell you guys up front right now, it doesn't get any better for our main character in terms of like plot development. And if I have to say something, this entire series is just full of petty people. That's it. I think the
Look,
only person that's less petty is probably Pansy. That's about it in terms of what I know and what I've read
wait,
in general.
Pansy? Which one was he? He was the
No, she's the glasses girl, Pansy. That's her name.
Is she?
Yeah, it's Pansy.
You sure?
Yeah, it's Pansy. I
Right,
just
right,
finished
right, right.
watching the
No, I'm
episode.
saying you saying she's the least
Oh,
petty person.
yes, she's actually the least petty person out of all the characters.
Are you sure she fucking she literally mail ordered the fucking bench, that motherfucking bench into the fucking.
Hey,
Are you
that's a
sure she's not fucking petty? I think that automatically puts her at the top. Like,
no.
that's some bullshit.
She's not petty. She's just trolling, just because she
Yeah,
knows.
exactly. That's petty.
It's not petty. Our petty is what our main character is.
spent
Ex-
money on a fucking bench and put it out.
He spent his entire high school career developing the what do you call it?
The main character persona.
No, it wasn't. It was a specific main character persona. The oh, it was something simple. I think it was.
I think it
called,
was the dense nice guy.
yeah, something
Something
like
like
that. Yeah, but he spent his entire high school career personifying that fucking persona,
Yeah.
assuming that he would get some, and ended up going exactly the opposite direction where it went.
He's just
Because
everyone's best friend now.
exactly, what he likes to put it as the main background character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the
uh
best friend.
exactly. But yeah, it's this entire series is just full of petty people in general, trying, because even the two main heroines end up being um pretty petty too. Just the further down we go, because there's a lot of drama that goes down. Not just the whole relationship thing in general, but like they like I've never seen so many self-aware characters in like a in a kind of a romance plot like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of like how our main character is being very self-aware if he tries being the soft spoken dude, he can get some childhood friend ass or a
Mysterious class president,
yeah, exactly.
One vibe
Mm-hmm.
ass
Miss
woman.
Miss Ara.
Miss
So
R exactly.
yeah.
But
So
like,
and
I
then
mean, I get it. Like, fucking. So
I mean, how'd you feel about it? Because I know you were like really spooked out about it when you first read the
I'm
fucking
still
plot.
spooked. I'm more spooked because for one, people keep fucking spoiling shit on
Really? Oh,
Facebook.
wait. What do you mean? Like,
They keep posting pictures of like certain pictures of the goddamn manga.
oh, really? I don't know what you're
Like,
following, but
granted, they're out of context, but
oh,
like any person with I don't want to say half a brain, but
common sense, I guess.
I'm able to fucking guess like what might happen.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
It ain't hard.
yeah, that's true. I mean, this is definitely a series that's sort of like out of nowhere that kind of became an anime. I don't know why this became an anime for some reason, but
I mean, it's
we're
an interesting enough plot. I mean, it's not so much that the plot hasn't been done before, or ish, but like
ish. It's de-
it's
it's
the
deliberately
character
going in.
drama.
Yeah, and also it's deliberately going at the plot that I guess is generally common within like certain romance series, right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. This has been uh it's not spooky in a sense where it's like school days where you got people deliberately trying to fuck each other over in that kind of sense. It just gets really heavy when it comes to the drama, at least down the
Mm-hmm.
line. Because again, there's a lot of self-aware characters in this small circle of friends. um it's almost kind of like scary to watch because because you since you know that they know,
Mm-hmm.
uh it's almost like a thriller in a sense too, because like I said before in the last podcast, there's a lot of bad blood for some fucking reason. Like even reading the manga some
Well,
time
okay.
ago, I understand the bad blood, but it's also petty, and it's also just uncalled for, but I guess it makes for good drama.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The reason why
Mm-hmm.
there's bad blood is because, well, I mean, I can't speak for any of the other characters because we don't know their true selves yet as viewers.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But at least for the main character, he's been petty.
Yeah.
He's been an incel piece of shit. Like, oh, why are they not liking sucking my dick since I've been nice to them? I
Yeah.
deserve
Exactly.
them. That kind of. He's
Mm-hmm.
the representative of that mindset, and it's disgusting, but it's funny,
It's funny because it's exactly going how you expect it to go.
right? But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Right.
There's, I mean, he obviously blames them. Actually, I guess there's no benefit
There's
to it. He's just kind of a shit lord.
Yeah. Remember, I told you he was an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, I see now. I now, I now understand.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But like
it's
one of
still
his
funny
few,
though.
it is still funny because one of the few traits he does have redeeming is the fact that he's still trying to help them out,
I
regardless of his own
mean, no, he's
feelings.
not.
Yeah, well, he
All right, no,
he's
he's not.
helping he's helping them out so that everyone
Look,
can win, even if that means crushing the heart of one of the two girls in the
look,
process.
look,
He's
look.
trying to rebound
He's not.
himself.
He doesn't give a shit about the other people. He's just like, oh yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna. If one of them likes, if the both of them like the guy, but if I help one of them get with him, then the other one I could be a rebound for. Like, come on now, that's
well,
incel 100%.
I'll
Like
say this.
that's fucking
I mean,
gross.
I'll say this much. I'll say this much around. Hold that thought for now about him not completely caring about any of the characters.
I mean, he
But
does care. I mean, when it comes down to it, I'm sure they're actually friends on some level. But
mm,
like that, just to flat out say that.
well, he thought about it. That was his plan. So I was waiting when he was gonna break character because like he broke character a little bit earlier in the manga. So when they kind of waited till like after Himawari, um,
Hmm.
I was pleasantly greeted with his infamous character break.
Hmm.
His reactions are so fucking funny too. Because he like again him being just so self aware and it's kind of like breaking the stereotype I guess for like those kind of standard main character tropes in a romance series like with your childhood friend and or with your senpai.
Right.
So it was so fucking hilarious just watching him react and essentially like kind of predict, especially after Cosmo. Cosmo's did her confession and shit.
Hmm. I don't know. It's just
You gotta keep watching. It's really good drama. It's good
I
drama where
don't.
it's like it's not like spook drama where like
But
someone
there's
could
always. What do you
what
mean?
well when like
Someone could what?
no like it's not spook drama or like in school days where someone dies or something.
No,
Like you,
that's not spook drama, Jomel.
it's not.
Spook drama is the same shit that like in Domestic Girlfriend or
Oh
Core de Uso when there's fucking consequences to actions. I don't like that.
ah ooh well I mean that's a good thing though. There are consequences. There should be consequences to most
I mean,
actions.
you're right. You're absolutely right. But like when I watch like my regular harem anime, ecchis, your fucking whatevers,
Right.
it doesn't fucking matter what the main character does. We already know what he's gonna do,
But
and
in
we
this
already know what's
case,
gonna happen. But because I don't know what's gonna happen, I don't like it.
because it's breaking the fucking mold.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
both the
like it.
main heroines
It's
end up what?
it's not standard.
It's not standard.
I mean,
It's
granted,
right.
I'm making a call here.
Okay.
By the end of the manga, I mean, he's definitely not going to get with either of the girls. There's no way.
No, with either Cosmo or Himawari.
Yeah, no, there's no fucking way. Maybe for like a brief period before they regret it,
Mm-hmm.
but
I mean,
something emotional is gonna.
it's not
Several emotional
that.
things are gonna happen
Oh
with
yes, definitely.
between him and Pansy, the glasses girl, our fucking
Oh
emergence Chan.
yeah.
Uh,
I didn't. I haven't realized it until people started posting that. I was like, oh, okay. I guess I could see it. That's because the first thing I didn't think of was Emergence Chan. That's the one thing
yeah,
I
no.
was sort of surprised about.
As soon as I fucking saw her, I'm like, oh, here we go. This was on purpose.
So you think that was there on that design choice was made on purpose?
It's on purpose. Also, I'm kind of upset that I like you told me about it and like that I watched the trailer because like I was like, all right, yeah. So obviously, I know she's gonna be the stalker. And I was
Right.
on watching the first episode as he's out and about doing things. I just see her ass like, oh, okay. Like what?
Exactly. She's just there hanging about because she can.
At all times.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when you can't see her, she's there.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, that's what a stalker is, Ron. Of course. That's
I mean, I guess. Well, but anyway, some shit's gonna happen with her because obviously she doesn't have any other friends or anything else going on in her life,
Mm-hmm.
and something's gonna be emotional. He's gonna, even though he's a piece of shit, and he's gonna do it like he's all the while he's helping her. He's gonna be being a piece of shit. He's still gonna help her,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna eventually feel some feelings for her, and then whether or not it doesn't do. Well, most mangas they choose somebody ish kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, so I'm saying by the end of the manga he's gonna choose her. Like I'm at least calling that. I don't know about anything else in between though.
Well, I'll say this much, Jarron, and also anyone else that plans on watching this little spook series. Um, was it Pansy and our boy Joro, they aren't the only ones scheming in the background. I'll say that much.
Uh-huh.
Like, again, remember what I told you? There's some bad blood in this fucking circle, and everybody is petty.
Like,
some more than others, but everyone's petty, and and those two aren't the only ones scheming behind in the background. Like, there's a lot of shit in this one episode. Like, just because I read, me knowing what happened because I read everything, I'm just now like realizing, man, there's a lot. Like, everything is going exactly how every one of these people are scheming. Like, this is exactly how it's being planned out. I'm just like sitting in the background, like, oh shit, man, I can't wait for this to actually go down.
But I'm surprised, like the student council president has anything like really going on, because like it doesn't make, like, it legit doesn't make sense. Where it's like, oh, when high school started, yeah, I started liking this guy. I'm like, where does she even fit in? Did she know them beforehand? Like, I get if there's bad blood between the main character, his childhood, and the main character and his two childhood friends. I get that. Like, they might have some dark fucking history. Like, how does the fucking student council president even fit in? She's literally a new,
like a new character in the group.
Yeah, she's a whole new like feature, unless she's just ever since she fell in love with him, or maybe even before that, when just with her interactions with Joro. You know, maybe she's just manipulating him to fucking be, to be like, I don't know, his pig slave. Maybe her pig slave. Maybe she's like sadistic
Jarron,
or some shit.
Everyone has an agenda in this fucking series.
I hate it.
It's not. I guess it's spooky in the sense that I guess everybody is self-aware to a degree, so it's interesting to watch these character dynamics, knowing that they're all self-aware, interact with each other. So it's almost like trying to outsmart each. It's almost like they're all trying to outsmart each other in terms of their schemes. So, but I'll say this much: no one is innocent. No one is fucking innocent. Probably just Pansy. Pansy's the only one that's innocent that I can confidently say, with my experience with her. That's why she's my favorite so far. Even after reading the manga, she's my favorite right now for a lot of reasons.
Oh, I'm guessing we can say that she's innocent because she's like,
I mean, she's
upfront with how shitty she is.
Yeah, she's,
or at least to the main character.
Exactly. She's honest with herself, you know. Like, even she called him out on his fucking, his Dr. Jekyll impression, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like her. She's just upfront, and she's smart. Again, I mean, not only her with her stalker tendencies, but she does a lot with her stalker tendencies as well. Because remember, everybody.
What do you mean a lot? She literally.
Everybody is scheming, Jarron. There's a lot of gears and cogs in the background.
Is she scheming? Are you sure she's scheming? It doesn't seem like she's scheming. It looks like Pansy? She just doesn't have anything. Well, I mean, I guess we'll figure out how she knows about his other side and like why she likes that a part of him.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean,
and Jarron, everyone has a difference. Everyone has a side. I think for the most part, Cosmos and Himori are pretty much accurate to who they are, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but again, everybody's scheming here. Just some people are more upfront about it, and some of the characters that we are aware of who's scheming. So I'm really excited.
Still have to be interested to introduce to other characters. There's three other girls on here. Like, come on now. One's his little sister. I'm calling it.
Hold on. I need to pull up the fucking poster.
There's this blue-haired girl with a ponytail, this twin-tailed girl with red hair, and then there's a girl with short hair and who's with short black hair, which I'm assuming is his sister.
Man, it's been so long. Okay, I recognize. Yeah, I think I only recognize one of the characters. I think one of them is his little sister, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think so. Because they're all separate arcs too, as well. So,
how long did they say it was going to be? Was this a 12er? Yeah, it's a 12er.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a 12er. I'm hoping they do go, kick in the fucking drama in the next couple of episodes, because even that was interesting to read. When I was
Wait, we
reading
get
it.
shit right off the bat. God.
Well, I mean, just like this first episode, we get shit right off the bat that all of his love interests are the exact opposite of what he expected them of. So
I mean,
you can expect the same kind of like hardball shit hitting in like the next couple episodes.
I don't want it. When is this coming out? Is this every
I think
Wednesday?
it's Sunday. Oh wait, when did this come out?
This came out on the 3rd,
The 3rd of
which
October.
was
Thursday.
a Thursday. So that's a Thursday show.
Yeah.
See what else? There's a lot of shit coming out on the 2nd, wasn't there? There was a couple things.
Yeah.
See
there is.
this. What is it? Shinju Yusha. Oh, I need to watch that because that looks fun.
So,
The isekai where he's super careful about everything.
oh yeah, that dude. I've yet to watch that one so far, because right now, out of all the first episodes I have watched so far, I've watched like all so far. I kind of watched all of the isekai shows. Not all of them. So far, I've watched the High School Prodigy one, our wrestler kun.
Yeah, I still need to watch that too.
That one's so fucking fun. And what else I watch here?
Shit, now that I think about it, I just didn't have any time to do anything this weekend.
Oh no, I think I only just watched those two. Yeah, I only watched the Child Prodigy one and the our wrestler kun, and so far we've got a good set of isekai this season so far. At least the ones I've watched.
They're just isekai trash. They're deep for that.
Oh,
I don't like isekai, so I've got it's trash.
Be careful, Jarron. You might be speaking for majority of the community here, though. Or
Go fuck yourself.
That also try to defend lolicon is not pedophilia.
You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot the.
I mean, I feel like every time
I don't even know what
to
to call you.
I feel like anyone that tries to complain about isekais every season is probably the same people that complain that loliconism is not pedophilia.
No, don't get me wrong. It's legally not, but it is.
Yeah. It's considered because the tendencies are very similar.
Exactly. Now, and I won't say that, liking the stuff will lead to you diddling children in real life, because it's, it's the same thing as saying you killing people in a game equates to
killing people in real life.
wanting to kill people in real life. Exactly.
No, exactly.
It does not correlate.
There's no no causation, right? Is that how the term is used?
Right. Correlation does not what is it? Correlation is not causation.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the proper.
But I think that's different. Correlation, causation is something. Two things happen, but that doesn't necessarily mean one causes the other.
Yeah, exactly. Or one thing happens that two separate occasions, right. Meaning like you watching kids reading little vampire Lois getting tittled, and having the action of tittling little girls. Those don't correlate to cause the one thing.
You're right.
I guess
You're right.
We'll still judge for it.
I don't know.
We'll still judge.
I mean, no. You're. There's no hiding from the fact that you're fucking gross, but you don't need to be canceled from the internet just because you're like, oh yeah, this person draws some shit. Like, who fucking cares? Don't read it. Don't watch it.
We're not gonna. Hey, we may be revolutionaries by calling out furries and the like, but we're not gonna impede on your rights.
Right.
Because at least in America, you have your right to be any kind of pervert you want.
Regardless for now, anyway.
I hope.
Like I said, that's not the case. As anime becomes more popularized, shit's gonna start changing, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Like what? Like Michael B. Jordan starting a Naruto clothing line with Coach?
No, that's a good thing. Even if it's
I can't afford that shit. I can't afford a $700 Uzumaki jacket. No,
what? It's $700.
It's Coach, Jarron. Of course, it's gonna be that expensive.
Minimum. I don't know brands. I know fucking what apparel do I have? I don't even.
Levi jeans.
I don't even know what. Huh?
Levi jeans.
Levi jeans, Gucci. That's the one I know for sure.
Oh, that's
And
okay.
Calvin
Well,
Klein and Victoria's Secret and Pink.
uh,
Well, Pink is Victoria's Secret.
yeah. Well, I guess Gucci would be like the most expensive out of one, but that'd be the same. But Gucci sort of like, if we want to talk about Coach, Coach is pretty much on the same level as Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, all them
Louis
stuff.
Vuitton and Prada. But like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know these. I don't wear clothes.
Point
I
is,
mean,
Ron,
I do,
if you
but
want,
like, I don't.
if you want a fresh jean jacket of Naruto Uzumaki doing his fucking thing from Michael B. Jordan, you gotta be coughing up $700 right there.
Yeah, oh fucking K. I don't. If I'm not. If I'm not willing to pay $700 off the bat for fucking any of my anime, I'm not gonna do it for a jacket.
That's con money right there. That's actually hotel money that you could be spending on.
Exactly.
That's a whole weekend for a con.
That's at least a ticket to Japan.
Yeah.
Go to Japan. Don't buy a fucking jacket, you loser. I mean, buy the jacket. Support fellow weebs, but at the same time, don't make your fucking jacket $700.
Well, it's Coach Jarron. Remember,
I don't fucking care. It could be fucking. It could be gold encrusted fucking doo-doo turds. I don't give a shit. Go to Japan first. Yeah, Go do something cool. Don't buy a jacket.
Right.
I mean, buy it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine to support them, but go to Japan.
Yeah, I guess that's the one thing about having it be more exposed or having an anime be more out there is that, normies start trying to, get curious and then they try to tell us how to enjoy our content. Because, I mean, we talked about it some time ago with the whole Nezuko getting looted thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And, all those minor complaints is from, like, normies coming out and saying, like, oh, you can't draw a 14-year-old that was already kind of, drawn up to be of legal age that still considers you a pervert of some degree.
Right.
Like
as we overlook all the fucking, you say, oh, 14's bad. Look at all the fucking middle school anime that gets looted consistently.
Or the entirety of My Hero Academia. But that's
exactly. Fucking
I digress.
I will fucking sit here and say Suyu is best girl in every single way. You can go fuck yourself. I don't care. Like,
well, that's the thing, and they're all high school students too. So
yeah, fuck it. I don't give a shit. They're not real.
Exactly, because even normies and casuals trying to put in like, oh, it's not even real. That's not an argument. You're incentivizing the normalcy of perverting children of underage nature and blah 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 blah.
Right. People that, I mean, again, it's an argument. I'm not saying it's a good one but it's an argument.
It's not really made. It's not really one that would get anywhere in terms of progression in general.
No, because it's like you can say everything causes everything. Yeah.
Exactly. We don't want another UN crisis here that ended up.
How about we go back in time and not have the murder of Archduke Ferdinand? Then we wouldn't have this problem. How about that?
But then we wouldn't have anime, Jarron. We wouldn't have anime.
Exactly. We wouldn't have the problem.
I can't even picture
what about
a society like that?
What about all the pedophiles before anime came out? Did they have anime before then? I don't
think so.
You know what they tittled? They tittled statues, John. Little chubby statues of gods and Greek mythos and.
You mean the church boys?
Yeah, that too. The church boys. Please don't come after us, Pope Francis, if you're listening.
Hey, Pope Francis watches anime. You know he does.
Yeah, I hope he's not listening though, because we're just talking mad shit about the entire Catholicism.
He knows. Look. There has been an ongoing investigation of the church and
investigation. It might as well be as open book as the fucking Bible at this point.
Exactly. Everyone knows it happens. People have admitted. People have been found out. We know it happens. He knows it's happened. He's addressed that it's disgusting. He understands that people are gonna make fun of it. Pope Francis is dope as shit.
That's true.
Even though I don't necessarily agree with Catholicism, he's doing his best.
That's true. He does his best as the new pope for right now. I mean, and speaking of my best here, I'm gonna try my best here, Jarron, because the other first episode I did watch because he didn't really watch anything else. I don't want to. I kind of want to spoil it for you, but I will talk a little bit about it just because. They're all fun. Like so far, all the isekai that I've watched so far, they're all so fun. Like, I'm sort of impressed that I wasn't really like, I guess, upset that it was an isekai. But then again, I'm not a normal casual or even a quote unquote elitist weeb. I'm a wannabe, you know. I like shit that entertains me, right?
Exactly. Well, so here's the thing about isekais though. Like I get so obviously I mean, you get all these isekai that are trying to break the mold, the
Right.
proverbial mold, I should say. But then when we get a serious one or semi-serious one, it's like who really cares?
Like which one?
Like, I mean, I guess Isekai Cheat Magician is as traditional as an isekai, serious-ish isekai as you can get,
Right.
where the entire premise isn't just asinine.
Right.
There's a point to it. That, and I think maybe the last real one was like, was it Slime? No, Shield Hero, Shield Hero,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
Slime.
yeah. Right.
So like those are the last few isekai that have had like a actual point. Then we had fucking MILF Sakai, where you go to another world with your mom. You got masked wrestler Kun, who fucking molests furries.
You've got
Uh,
Professor Stone, who was isekai'd into the same world, but 3,000 years in the future.
no, he was isekai into Minecraft.
Oh yeah, he was isekai. Dr. Stone was isekai'd into Minecraft. Yeah.
There's Mao Sama Retry, which you could argue is a serious-ish isekai in terms of like the core idea behind it,
I don't know. It's about as
but
core
its
as still.
execution,
It's. I
yeah,
mean, it's about as core and execution as like a stale piece of cracker. Yeah, like a stale
yeah,
cracker. You can eat it, but it's not the most enjoyable experience. You know.
yeah. It's
Like
not great.
like it's weird. Like it has like everything you kind of have. It kind of like has for like a, I guess, standard one of the mill isekai, but like it falls short in something. I don't know what it is because even their main character's OP.
A
Maybe
point.
is that really it?
It
There's
just
no
doesn't have. It legit doesn't have a point. Like as far as I was watching, I think
right.
I got up to like episode 8 or so, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit before that. It just didn't have a point. Like, all right, here's our OP main character. All right, he's from another world. He created a game himself when he was in
Mm-hmm.
another world. So for whatever reason, he got isekai'd into his character, which got isekai'd into this new world. And for some reason, he still has video game privileges. Sure, yeah, okay, by all means,
Um.
whatever. I like the concept of the character. His little pet girl's cute because let's be honest, she's essentially just a little lost dog,
That should
effectively.
that should always be protected.
Exactly, of
Shame on
course.
them. Shame on them for waiting 5 or 6 fucking episodes to heal her leg. But you know,
So
that's
essentially,
me.
you have this cute little corgi, and then you have a chihuahua, which is the other one.
Wait, which one's the corgi?
The pink. The corgis are
Oh,
cute, cutie.
okay. Oh, so
Uh,
so the chihuahua. Oh, Chihuahua's the priest, the priestess.
yeah,
Okay,
she's because annoying.
right.
Um, and it's he sees all these other characters. He gets his little rapey as doctor lady,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually, I'm assuming he gets his mercenary dude. But like,
Yeah.
what is he doing? What is he really doing?
Um.
What is
Yeah.
his goal? It's to understand what the world is. Okay,
Well, let me ask
like,
this. Because isn't I mean, again, forgive me because I haven't even watched it yet. I gotta find time to
mhm.
watch to binge all of this. But isn't this very similar, as a very similar, at least layout as Overlord?
Well, so yeah, that's exactly what I was about to compare it to. It was like, so Overlord, they initially get Isekai and was like, all right, what's going on with the world? We got to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, right, but like there was structure to that. He was actively figuring it out. Malsama is not.
Instead of just kind of nonchalantly going about.
Right, he's just
Well,
doing whatever the fuck. Like, I mean,
because
okay,
again,
he
you're gonna have to fill me in here because again, I haven't watched Overlord because like I'm trying to really draw
all right. So
comparisons right now. That because
so
I know
so
Overlord is
over
highly regarded as a really good
right.
isekai. So.
Right. So the base plot line of basically season one was where I've been isekai into this world. I think I'm the only like human here. All of the previous NPCs are real now. Now I have to. I'm trying to secretly figure out how to deal with the one dis like one. I have to try to figure out how to deal with the fact that none of my other guild mates are here who ran this guild, but now I have to lead all the NPCs that they created. And I have to figure out what's going on with the world and what's, why I'm here. Not so much why he's here. He doesn't really do why he's there. He's like, just what's going on. And
Right.
by the middle of it, we get clear understood goals. Like we need to get here, we need to do that, we need to do this to figure out that.
So it's like
Mao
an
Sama,
organized agenda.
right? It's an organized agenda. Mao Sama, as far as I understand, was like, all right, I spawned in. All right, well, same thing. What's going on with the world? Why am I here? Trying to figure stuff out. Here's this little girl. All right, she's a cutie. I'm gonna help her out. All right, now there's this other cutie. I'm gonna help her out. Well, not help her out. I'm gonna mess with her, and now she's with me. All right, now we're gonna go fuck around in the town. Now we're getting attacked by another one, and now there's dark people. I'm like, all right, cool.
And now he can also change characters.
Now I can change characters. All right, I'm gonna bring in my. Notice how I've skipped over a lot. Like there have been some leaps made, like without explaining anything that we're doing.
Right.
Now there's dark people, and I have this. Early on, I got this ring that said I can get some sort of wish if I do something. It didn't say what he's supposed to do. It's just if you do something, you'll get a wish. I'm like, okay. So now there's these dark people unleashing darkness. All right, I defeated them. Okay. Now this princess is in love with one of my characters, or one of the priestesses is in love with one of my other characters. All right, cool. There's no point. They just got a goal last time I watched where they wanted to build a factory.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't his ultimate goal was to make an onsen? Like a
Essentially.
community? Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to make a little onsen because.
Which for you people out there, it's a bathhouse. I guess.
Yeah, it's a bathhouse. But there's no goal. There's that's not a real goal. That's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it because I can. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't care. It's not. I just don't care.
Okay, so it's kind of like playing Minecraft without going to the Enderworld.
Right. It's literally just playing. Not even that. Like, you could argue. So if you compare it to, for example, another isekai, Konosuba, where there was literally no point.
Right.
Like, yes, the end goal was to fight the demon lord, and they moved their way towards that, but then they stopped caring about that. Like halfway through the show.
That's because the entirety wasn't the entirety of the series kind of carried off of like the side stories that happened because of the interactions of all the characters prior to that.
Exactly. That's what they had. They had interaction between the characters. Here in Mao Sama, everyone's so damn one-dimensional, it doesn't even matter. Like, we know how the main character is going to react. The little girl is just the little corgi girl. She's literally, I am cute and I'm grateful. That's it.
And humble as well.
I'm humble, cute, and grateful. Like, that's her personality. Chihuahua girl, the pink-haired priest, I'm
loud.
I'm loud. I'm a tsundere.
And I like my ass being spanked.
And she likes her butt being spanked.
Yeah.
Which his scientist lady that he summoned, I like little boys and I'm loyal to my master.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The other priestess, the blonde one that's all cool and shit. Right. Oh, I like his other character and I'm a hard ass. I don't have any fucking character goals, nothing.
And she happens to like the other hard ass, which is the other character.
Right, exactly. Like, there's nothing. They barely interact with each other. It's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to, haha, it's funny, I'm bullying the lolly or the tsundere, haha. Oh, corgi girl says, oh, thanks for fucking treating me like a princess. Like, yeah, that's heartening. I mean, because it's just doing that, I'm pretty sure that's the goal, is just to be like, yeah, it's cute here and there. There's no real point to this show. It's just here. I'm like, so yeah, it's fine, but like,
pretty much just taking it easy. Like, it's not taking itself too seriously enough for it to warrant a grand goal, I guess, but it's just enough to like warrant like a simple.
Here's the thing.
I guess
it's not even really enough of that.
Really?
That's the problem. It's like,
I mean, even I'm trying to figure it out too, because even I was thinking, like, for me, it was like it was like a casual watch. I wasn't really excited or anything. It was more like it was a brainless watch for me whenever I watched Mouse Sama retry.
Well, here's the thing. Let me. Here's the base breakdown. The most basic breakdown I can think of.
Okay.
It didn't have a goal, and the characters weren't interesting enough to be a character like intrigue, like character comedy or anything like that.
Right, and even if they
Konosuba.
because even if they did keep the character models the same, it's still the interactions between the characters would have been important. It should have been important for us to warrant any kind of favoritism or even like care enough, depending on how they each interact with each other. Right.
Right, exactly. So Konosuba is a character comedy where it's not so much about what they're doing, it's them doing it together because they're funny together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, they're funny individual, but like, that's you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
a character-driven story, and then we go to Overlord. Yeah, they have character, but the majority of it is intrigue into the world and figuring out what's going on. If we let's look at Isekai Cheat Magician.
Okay. You can
This
be
is an
you're
example.
expert on that. So.
Right. So this is an example of bad character intrigue, but they have a goal at the very least. Every time they're confronted with something, they're given a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Defend the city. Here's all the stuff that goes with that. You're being, you've gained this new power. Here's all the stuff that goes to that. It has clear set stuff that you're supposed to be focusing on, that the characters focus on, and that the viewers focus on. Mao Sama has neither one of those. No goal and no real character intrigue. So it's just kind of a bland watch.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know what the original point was, but
I think we were going into isekai somehow. I
oh yeah.
Because I was talking how I've been watching. I mean, the only things I've watched so far in terms of first episode is all the isekai, which is the Wrestler Kun and the High School Prodigies, which both have been so fun because because it's taking a main goal and just in one direction or another in the same kind of fantasy world. Because one uses, what is it, the geniuses of each one of their character traits, and either one is just a furry lover in that case.
Right. Which is so. Because of that, I feel weird about watching it.
What? Well, he's not like he has a it's not like he has a
He's
persona.
not an actual. I mean, doesn't he though?
No, if that's his wrestler name. I think Mr. Beastman. I think that's what his wrestler name is. Yeah, Mr. Beastman. He wears like a tiger mask and shit like that. But no,
but isn't that his persona?
Well, his wrestler persona, but in reality, like, I don't want. Well, I mean, it's not much of a spoiler plot point.
It's not what he likes animals and he wants to take care of all the fucking beastmen. Like, I get it.
Not just that. His main goal, even during the his wrestler career, is that when he was done, like when he got finished with his like final championship match, he was gonna use all the money and all the time he had to open a pet shop. That was his main goal in his wrestler days. Now,
That's
since he
pretty
was
cute.
transported in a isekai world with monsters, he wants to do the same thing, but with monsters as the main focus. So he just likes all animals. He's like are those environmentalists, or I don't know, like someone that really likes.
He's like a good PETA.
Yeah, pretty much. He's a really good PETA. Like he's over here like petting every like beastman in the fucking city. He's staring down a whole pack of Cerberuses in the fucking woods because he thinks they're adorable because they're just like giant dogs with 3 heads. That's it.
Right.
Like his sole purpose, well, at least he says his sole purpose is to bring like love and joy to like all animals and to take care of animals. And if
it's fine, but like,
and if it means that he has to present why monsters are very cute to this fantasy world, then that'll be his new mission now, being transported. And his little fucking dog, oh my god, Hiroyuki, oh, it's so adorable. It's like it's a tiny corgi. It's not a corgi, but like it's the tiny little terrier that follows him around and shit.
oh,
It's
That's pretty cute.
adorable. Like that's his like his partner. That's his partner in crime and that's his wrestler partner even in the fucking ring. It's amazing.
I mean, I'll jump into it. I'll jump into it relatively soon, but like, it's just like I don't like how close we're getting to like the furry shit this season.
Come on, Jarron. I'm sure this anime will let you know that all animals deserve some level of attention and love. Because I did kind of notice that too. Like, this is sort of like softening the idea that all animals are cute, even like literal like beastmen that are practically furries at that point. Like even he treats them as like little cute animals that he pets and shit.
Yeah, but it's all weird.
Wow.
You don't pet. No, it's weird. You treat them, just treat them like people. Don't fucking, because that's when it get. That's why it's. That's where it's all. That's where it gets all furry. Like you start treating them like they're fucking.
When you want to rub their bellies, even though they're wearing pants and they're muscular, they have abs.
It's gross. It's gross.
Well, I mean, granted, he is seen as like a pervert in the entire world.
Yeah, I know he is. Like I saw a clip where he was assaulting a werewolf.
Yeah. So I mean, you wouldn't be wrong saying that he was a weirdo, even in that fantasy world like that. It's still kind of weird how he kind of fawns over like a werewolf individual as though he was a small little puppy. But he just loves animals. That's his thing.
And that's great. But like he's fucking.
Well, I mean,
it's weird. He's a furry. I don't like it.
The other isekai though, the one with the prodigies, I didn't realize how, because the whole thing about high school prodigies is that each one of the characters has a specialty that they kind of have, right? They go they really give all these characters like an OP like level of like an OP level of characterization for each of their specialties, like. Like I didn't know this at all, but I didn't know one of them was a fucking prime minister of the group. One of them is the prime minister of Japan.
What?
Because like
that's fucking goofy.
Because the episode starts off with an introduction of all 7 characters, and one of them was like, despite him being in high school, he is considered to be the prodigy politician. He's the fucking prime minister of Japan.
Okay.
For like his second term, he was voted again for his second term as prime minister.
Okay.
Apparently.
All right. Okay.
And then one of them is a descendant from a long line of ninja clans, and she's like the prodigy of journal. She's like a genius journalist because she knows how to. She uses her ninja skills as a journalist for journalism in general. Yeah, I know.
What the fuck? What?
And then one of them is a genius swordswoman, or swordswoman, and she goes into battle with just her sword, in like Afghanistan with AK-47s and shit. She's just cutting down soldiers and shit.
Okay. Is she blocking bullets and shit? Like
she's cutting bullets, Jarron, in the midst of battlefields and just cutting them in one fell swoop. And one of them is a genius inventor that makes like satellite spaceships in space and uses like technology that she created and an AI to help her assist in those endeavors. So
you ever just sit back and be like, man, anime's fucking stupid. Like like you really take a moment to step back, really read the synopsis of a show and be like, this anime is just dumb.
I mean, I kind of got that feeling when I first read the synopsis of Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Head Combo Attacks. That's when
fair enough.
That's when it hit me. I was like, damn, how far have we gone? I was like, oh god, I've been in this business for like years, and I'm now just realizing how weird this shit can get. Like, god damn.
I don't know, man. It's just like,
and one of them's a magician.
A genius magician.
A genius magician. Like,
okay.
Yeah, he's an illusionist, but he's a prodigy of magic. Like,
so wait, does he like go into this new fantasy world and it's like, oh, I'm gonna learn real like actual magic now, and just becomes a grand wizard?
I mean, he He might. He just might. But even his fucking magic is so, like, it's so bizarre. Because he's supposed to be a magician. He knows all the tricks and shit. But like he does shit like take his head off and make it float around, make a giant statue disappear. You know all the casual shit. So it's normal magic. He might learn actual magic. That's what I understand.
He might already have actual magic. He just doesn't realize it.
That's true. Oh, but they did explain how they're gonna make a nuclear reactor. I'll say that much right now.
Okay.
Because I remember in the synopsis they said that we're gonna build a fucking nuclear reactor.
I forgot. They're just gonna fucking make one, right?
Because there is an explanation how they do that. So I was like, okay, so that's how they're gonna do it. At least I know where at least I know where that's gonna go and how it's gonna go.
At least I can smell the bullshit and I can see where it's seeping out of.
Exactly. But then they're like, this little girl is talking about like, oh, we just happen to crash down in like a specific ore field, and we can synthesize and break it down into pure aluminum and be able to make aluminum sheets and whatnot. And she's like, oh, and our politician dude was like, oh, okay, so how long is that gonna take? I already made the blueprints in my head, so it'll take about 3 days to synthesize everything. I'm like, damn.
So what are you synthesizing it with? Like, what? Where?
She's a genius inventor, Jarron.
I don't fucking care. You can't just
invent aluminum.
I'm just gonna rip rocks out of the ground and not use any fucking.
That's literally what
tools,
she said.
No fucking.
She has her AI backpack with Dr. Octopus arms, so she'll be fine.
Oh, okay. You know what? Fair enough. I thought they were just like plain jumped in, like, in like a fucking Stone world with Dr. Stone.
Oh, no,
it's like Senku's smart as fuck, but it took him fucking months. Like, you don't realize, like, from the time that he woke up to when Homeboy woke up.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years? I thought it was.
He said it was like 2 years until he figured out, until he finally got the final formula, or like a year and a half or something. Something like that.
2 years for this man to get anywhere. Like, you ain't about to just show up and be like, all right, aluminum, 3 days. Gotcha. I'm like, okay.
And that's only introducing like three other characters that are doing shit. I don't know what kind of bullshit the genius doctor is gonna do with the genius entrepreneur and the genius fucking journalist is what's gonna happen here. But I'm gonna.
Like what?
Well, she's a ninja, so she comes from a Longland ninja, so she'll use that as a catalyst for her journalistic
fucking
ideals.
Guess. I fucking guess.
Because I think so far out of all of them, the doctor and the entrepreneur are probably like the only ones that seem the most normal, I guess. Because the doctor, she's a an army doctor in like high school. Like she they introduced her like taking bullets out of like people and shit like that. So she's a prodigy doctor. And then the other dude, he's like the entrepreneur. He said that he owns 30% of all monetary records in the world.
What? Anime's so dumb, but I love it.
Exactly. So, and I'm kind of curious how he's probably gonna just collapse the entire like economy of that fucking village. Oh, and get this too, Jarron. To add on top of the whole, I guess, what is it? Furry sympathy as well. They get isekai'd into they get isekai'd into beastman territory. So
of course,
they have ears and tails of Like
I mean, that's fine. That's not furry. That's monster girl, or man, or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. But still, yeah. So this one's gonna be a lot of fun. I was really intrigued about this, and I think they're all combat ready too, because the politician was kicking ass with a bunch of.
What are you talking about? Why are they like?
Some guards come in the town from the Empire, and they're like, "Hey, we're a bunch of assholes, so we're gonna come in here and try to fondle your breasts and shit." And politician dude is like, "You will not." Like, sir, you will not, and I will tell you why. Flip, and I had to stole your sword.
Okay.
Like, I was surprised he's the one that did anything. Like, why are you the one? Let the swordswoman take care of that.
Honestly, like, let her do it. Like, be good at what you're good at, and like, I'm not saying you have to be bad at everything else, but like, don't be the best at everything. That's not fair.
Well, he's the prime minister of Japan, so he has to be
Right,
the natural leader.
right.
Eventually, he's
I'm
gonna get a
sorry, I
gun. I
forgot.
know that. He's gonna get a gun eventually, because in the opening he has a gun.
Okay.
So
Okay. You know what? All right, fine, whatever.
it's a fun. So far, it's pretty fucking fun. Like, cause you know all the bullshit's gonna happen. You just kind of like, you kind of want to watch and see how the bullshit goes
I
down.
mean, yeah, that's the fun of it. Is like letting them try to explain it. I mean, there's certain levels of bullshit where it's just like, what, stop, don't. I don't need you to try to explain this. Just let the bullshit be bullshit. Like for
Yeah.
example, Chaos. Any of the fucking semicolon animes, it's just like,
All of those. I don't think that's
yeah,
bullshit. That's just like whoever writes those are probably taking some sort of acid and just start writing, and then a studio just picks it up and makes it into an anime. That's not
guess.
explainable. You can't really explain any of the semicolon anime without trying to break a piece of your mental health and try to understand those things morally and or logically. So, I mean, granted, I've
Well,
only
it's just-
watched like the only ones I've watched semicolon wise is like Robotics Notes, the entirety of Steins Gate, and part of Chaos Head. That was like a long time ago though.
Well, so here's the thing with Chaos Head in particular.
Mhm.
Chaos Head lords itself as like, oh yeah, because we know quantum mechanics. So you collapse, yeah. If you believe it into existence because quantum mechanics, you can just pull swords out of the world. I'm like, all
Oh
right,
shit.
sure. And then like they try to go into the science of being like, yeah, Well, one of my friends was telling me is like, yeah, there's actually science behind what they can do, and I'm like, yeah, sure, but can we do it? I was like, well, no, but then it's fucking magic. Like I don't like
Exactly.
I don't
See,
care.
I can do everything that Senku tells me to do in Doctor Stone, but
right.
you're telling me to believe in
applicable.
quantum.
It's real.
Exactly. You're telling me to use quantum physics to pull a giant fucking sword out of midair and slay dimensional beings.
Right. Like you can. I don't care what kind of science jargon you throw at me. It's fucking magic. I don't care. Like it's fine when shows or anything want to pass something off like, oh yeah, it's just magic. It just works. I'm like,
Yeah,
all
or
right,
like,
that's fine.
or like in Steins Gate case, time travel was caused by a microwave. It's pretty easy to
Sure. Yeah.
you know,
Whatever. Like.
you know, shit happens. The microwave makes time travel. All right, let's keep
Right.
going.
Like they explained it a little bit, but they're like, yeah, there's a science behind it. It makes sense if you carry the one. I'm like, all right, sure, yeah, whatever.
Carry
Just
the
wait, kind of hand wave me through it. I'm like, that's fine.
Right. Even Robotics Notes is just like, oh, evil AI? Yeah, that's a thing. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
That's easy to understand. AI can get
No.
dangerous. You can make it do weird shit, and bad shit happens.
Right. Don't try to insult me by saying like,
Well, there was
trying to put science behind something that shouldn't have science.
right. Well, there was one thing weird about Robotics Notes is like
What?
both the main characters had like this weird condition, like one sped up time and one slowed down time. It was like it was like the equivalent of them having a stroke, but instead of having a stroke, it's just the whole slowing down time and the other one sped up time.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really explain it, which is good, but it was more so like, oh, I have a condition.
Yeah, I have a condition.
That's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm currently doing the Matrix, but I have a condition, so it's all right.
Exactly. I have what you call black hole syndrome, so
Yeah.
it fluctuates here and there.
Black hole syndrome. Fucking what's his name from Inuyasha?
Which one?
Moroku, I think it was. The guy with the black hole in his hand.
Oh yeah.
Black hole syndrome right there.
Exactly. I have a problem with relativity. I can't process it too well like most people
Yeah,
can.
it just doesn't work for me.
Like
That's
mine
why I can
speeds
pull swords out of there.
Exactly. Mine speeds it up, and my friend over there, it slows it down for him. So
Mm.
it runs in our family for a little bit. We're a special case,
Mm.
But well, I'll eventually use it for a main plot point and during a main high climactic scene in one of these episodes. So
Right. It'll never happen again. It just happened that one time. That's cool.
exactly. Well, the thing is, though, it happened in that one time when it was crucial, which I can't remember what it was. I think it's like to stop a bomb or something. So he slowed down time to like cut the wire or something.
I don't remember.
People died, but point is, semicolon animes are stupid. They're entertaining,
Yep.
but the sciencey bullshit is sciencey bullshit for the most part. But yeah, anime is stupid. Just like, it's not even just that. I think the writing behind a lot of these is just like, again, because I think this is a light novel series or manga. Like, how does that
Mm-hmm.
pass any kind of editor?
I don't know. Well, see, here's because again, the reason why it does is because there's a pre-understood notion that when it comes to fantasy shows,
Mm-hmm.
don't try to break it down too far because starts to sound ingenuine.
Meaning,
Like we know this isn't possible, even if it seems like it's possible, it's not. Like
well,
don't try to
in what's
insult me by saying it's possible because you know, look
oh
at me in
okay.
my science pants. Like no,
So like,
it's magic.
well, even in the realm of like an isekai where you're being thrusted into a fantasy-esque world.
Like yeah, like sure you can apply real world science to magic. Like for example uh I mean they do it in Isekai Cheat Magician, but there's a better one. Um
There's the robot one.
wait, what?
There was one that made mechs. That was his goal when he got isekai'd, was to make mechs, and he used magic as a
What?
way to like make. Um,
Wait, what?
are you not familiar with that one?
No?
Yeah. What is it? Mecha isekai. Yeah, it was like relatively new, some time ago. Knights and Magic. There you go. Knights and Magic. He made mechs using
Knights
fantasy.
and Magic. I don't think
Yeah.
I've heard of that one.
Really? It came out. What is it? 2018. Yeah, sometime last year. Pretty much, dude gets isekai'd, and
Oh
his
yeah,
main
this one.
his main goal is to make mechs. Like
Right,
he
right.
wants to have his own mech, so he ends up using just like whatever resource he has and translate that into a mech like construction. So that was
Right,
pretty
right,
cool. I
right.
enjoyed it because I'm a mech head, so I like stuff like this. Plus, he's a
Right.
Shota,
Yeah,
I guess.
Mechiophile. I got you. Yeah.
He's
What?
a Shota too. So if any viewers are into Shotas making mechs, so yeah. Well, he's
Yeah, all you big
Shota-esque.
sister moms out there.
Yeah, he's Shota-esque because he stays like a little. He does everything as a 12-year-old boy or something because he's
Uh-huh.
he gets isekai when he's a baby, so he's already fully aware of like how his world works. So he tries to apply that into the isekai world and makes mechs and
Well,
shit.
similar to that, there was that anime that came out like 4 or 5 seasons ago. I mentioned like there was a girl that got like as the story went on, as I heard from the manga, the girl gets ugly bastarded. He gets NTR'd by
Oh,
some ugly dude. I forgot what it was called though.
what was that called? I remember. I don't think I watched it, but I remember. I think I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, I did talk about it a couple times. I just don't remember what the fuck it was called. It was, it's, again, it was similar idea to what you were saying, where the main character dies, or he dies in the main world, and he gets reborn as a baby with all his previous memories
Mm-hmm.
from his real life,
Was it Kento no Majo?
and I think so. It was like the grandsons or the grandchild of the great magician or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's Kenjo no Majo or Wise Man's Grandchild. That's the one.
Yeah, wise man's grandchild. There we go.
Yeah. Oh man, I completely forgot about the whole fucking. Well, I mean that's in the manga, but still, I don't know
Right.
what I think about
Well,
that.
So he basically just applies basic science to the magic, and he's able to make like fantastical bullshit. So like, oh,
Okay.
I want to make everyone else has to chant shit to get the correct visualization of their magic. Where I was
Right.
just like, oh, I know what a gas burner looks like, so I'm gonna make a fire similar to that,
Right.
and
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah, and even more so for like this coming season. What is it? Didn't I tell you to make my powers abilities average? She also uses the same kind of concept because she understands it in a way like it's more so just about visualizing, and she knows how the world works because of the nano machines and shit apparently. Because the fantasy world apparently is run by nano machines,
Right.
not
I
magic.
forgot. Yeah, let's just wait. The fantasy world is
The fantasy world, all the magic shit is run by nano machines,
what?
and that's the reality of that world. And the only ones are that are have and she can communicate with the nano machines because her actual level is way above average of that of a grand wizard in the fucking realm. It's because her abilities is the medium of
A
a
god
normal
and
human,
a human,
and an
right?
elder dragon. So
Right.
she can
All right.
she can properly see nanomachines. The only ones that have been able to like faintly hear them are like some of the oldest grand wizards of that world. So she can just nonchalantly casually talk to these nanomachines, and she just knows how the world works because of that detail.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's weird though, but it's
When
like
you
one of
want to
those.
fuse sci-fi and magic together, you just do it. Who
Yeah,
gives a fuck?
exactly. I do like how they kind of portray the nanomachines in the anime. They're like, it's like a little cat doll or something, I guess. I mean, in the book, it didn't really describe them as much as like, I think like a little character or something that was described as the nanomachine. But
Mm.
that hasn't come out yet. But I definitely can't wait for that to come out. So, but what was the point again? I think we're talking about isekai, right?
Isekai, how they use their magic. Then before then, we were talking
Oh
about
yeah, you like using like real world, their world knowledge on
Hey,
top of the fantasy knowledge.
right.
Because that was in court.
It's
That was
fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying it's fine. Just don't try to sound smarter than what it is. If it's magic, throw some shitty explanation my way, and I'll take it at face value. I don't need you to attempt to break it down because at that point in time you're wasting both our times.
Exactly. Or if you want to, like you can even just have it where the main character just what is it, complies with the world's laws and then just abuses that to their own fruition,
Right,
like
sure, like
slime.
right. Where like there's an entire thing, and it's like yeah, he's just abusing the system. That's fine.
Yeah,
Do what you got to
exactly.
do.
He happens to
Well,
have
like don't.
prior knowledge, but he just knows how to use the rules around him to his advantage.
Right.
It's game breaking, I guess, in that regard. If you know how to game break, that's fine. You don't have to try to explain how you game broke. You just admit that
You just
game.
do. You just as long as you're telling me that you are, and it's just not happening. You know what I mean?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like
by
I
that?
don't ever want to see a situation where it's like, oh yeah, the main character is just strong because no reason. I mean, okay, it
And you're fine with
happens.
that,
Like for
or
example, it's fine. It's fine when that's the point.
right?
Like so, for example, One Punch Man, he's just strong because like there's no real reason to it. We can
Right.
theorize, but he's just kind of is strong.
That's true. Or
And that's
even,
fine. But what?
or even how not to summon a demon lord. He's just an OP character, but he just knows how the world works.
Well, no. The reason why but we know why he's OP. I'm saying
Yeah.
like OP for no reason.
Oh, okay.
Like he was literally introduced to the world OP, or maybe there was a very small hand wave. For example, I trained every day doing the exact same thing every day. Now I can punch the fucking universe away.
Right.
Like, all
That's
right,
true.
sure, yeah, whatever.
I guess
And I mean,
I guess there's
go
a
on.
limit. I guess there's a limit to it because I think because I guess there's a certain limit to how much you can kind of just thrust in the OPness. Because I guess the limit is giving a character a smartphone is probably as far as you can go with bullshit.
Right, yeah. So exactly, that's a great example. It's like, oh yeah, we gave you a smartphone and it can do all these things because I'm like, I mean, okay, granted, I didn't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a very, very valid, decent, it's magic, technology, whatever explanation, sure, whatever. But like, that's lame. Oh, it's a smartphone and it can.
He's OP because he has a smartphone that's operational.
Right. Like, let's look at fucking there's a couple shows. No Game No Life. He had a smartphone. It was important. It was a key component in one of his negotiation with Jabril or whatever her name was.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, here's a compendium of a bunch of knowledge from my world.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, yeah. All right, sure. He had a flip phone. He used that to sell, to do something. I forgot. To buy something, to do a thing.
Yeah. He sold it for information. I think I remember correctly because he said that it can trap the soul of a human of a being or something, and he took a picture of it.
Right.
Because
so like that's fine.
Yeah, it was a tool of that regard, right?
Right. Don't center the fucking show about around it. Like that's dumb. It's just so dumb. It's like don't make it more important than it is. Make the character more important than he is.
Right. Oh my god, yeah. We're on culture drunk because we didn't watch Smartphone. That's
I mean, you're right. Maybe that's the best anime in all of existence. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
we are so sorry. We are so uncultured and not up to the level of which our fellow weeaboos are at. Forgive us for our insolence.
Forgive
Please.
me, Father Weeb. I have sinned.
Exactly. Ara me into submission, so I may know my way.
Though speaking of isekais, there's one that's still going on right now that came out when Demon Slayer came out. So I guess it's ending pretty soon.
Which one?
Yeah, because it was 26 episodes. It's called the Japanese is Kono yo no Hate Dekoi wo Uta Shoujo Yuno. AKA, a girl who chants love at the bound of this world. The girl who chants love, whatever. Who fucking cares what it's actually called?
Where's that at? You said last summer. Was it from last season or the season before that?
It was the same season that Demon Slayer came out.
Oh, so it's spring 2019.
You see, yeah. I've been meaning to watch this because this is also an isekai ish. I mean, it is. He was a regular guy, and then his dad disappeared, and he got transported to another world.
Oh wait, you said it was Kono yo no Hate de Koi?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I heard I was looking to get into this one because, I heard some good things about it.
Really?
And I just looked at some of the pictures, saw some clips. He marries his elf girl and has a kid, and it's adorable.
Wait, what?
Like, all right.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So that happens.
Holy shit! That's
exactly. It's a lot of progression. So I'm like, all right, I'm curious to see how it gets there because I'm a kind of the romance animes that I thoroughly enjoy the most are the ones where they actually get together. I don't like this will they won't they bullshit.
Oh no,
I don't mind it.
Or like if they get together, but it's the last fucking minute of the last episode.
Right? Yeah. Fuck that. I want them to get together like episode 3 and then deal with their relationship. That's interesting.
School Days was like that, Jarron. So
School Days is a fucking heart attack waiting to happen.
I mean, you could say that you could lose your head by watching it. Insert coffee.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself.
Hey, you better call. Fuck, the name escapes me right now. Kotonoha.
Yeah.
Better call her to do it for me before you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, I swear to God, John, that was probably your
yeah, that was the yeah, the re-zero yeah before it was
the re-zero yeah.
Let's talk about how goofy that fucking was. It's like some serious is about to happen. Like the first time it happens, you're like, oh yeah, it's a signal that it's getting serious, and then it keeps happening. And it's like, all right, let's calm down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when it happens, I'm like, oh, it fucking happened. We're gonna get some shit right now.
Right. I need the first episode of the second season of ReZero to just open with that. Yeah. Because it's a meme now. Or it was a meme during the time. Now
it's a lost memory of the good old days.
Now it's exactly. Fuck, what was I saying before? This anime, right? Girl whispers love at the bound of the world.
Mm.
So he dates this elf girl, has a kid, or adopts a kid. I don't know. I'm interested in that. That's why I want to watch it. Here's the other reason why I now am hesitant on watching it. Because apparently, this has a legit hentai.
What? Like it's an adaptation of a hentai, but it's not a hentai?
Yes.
What? Oh, I think this is the one I remember you telling me about this one. You said that you may want to watch the hentai instead, or something like that.
Right, exactly. So I don't know. Like,
kind of like with Princess Lover, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that was originally hentai. Well, a light visual novel, but
right, exactly.
PG
so I don't know. I don't know like if I just want to watch that because apparently like they cram a lot of the story into the first couple episodes. Like, I don't know. Do I want to watch the fucking hentai? Or do I want to watch the anime? Like, am I gonna be missing something if I don't watch the hentai?
If you don't,
obviously I'm gonna mix.
You're gonna miss the sex. That's about it.
Right, exactly. But that's important.
It is, but I don't know. I think for me, Duran. Well, if you want a good story, like if you want to feel good by watching the story progress, I think you should watch anime.
Uh-huh.
I want to say the sex is a bonus. I'll be honest. Like I think I'd rather watch the progressions and I think I'd rather watch the anime first. So then when I watch the hentai, it's even more satisfying because you know where the relationship came from and how much it's built upon to deserve such conception.
Actually, now that I'm looking at this has quite a bit of a history here.
What do you mean?
So it's originally a game.
Like a visual novel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which was a hentai visual novel. And it came out a while ago. Like
oh yeah, even the
1990 something.
yeah, even the OVA of this is like 1999, 1998.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Apparently.
And that was a hentai. It's 4
Yeah.
episodes. It was a hentai.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and it's old, so maybe I probably won't. Then they redid it, and it's not a hentai. So I'm curious because I feel like I have to watch both. I have to see what happens.
Yeah, and then there's also this manga as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
If you look at the other one, it's also a manga. I guess it's also redone as well. This is recent too, 2017 to 2018. 2 volumes.
Uh-huh.
It's done. It's only 2 volumes.
So that means it's probably hentai. Wait, which one is it? Is it the adaptation there? Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's adaptation.
Well, I guess it doesn't say that it is.
They all share the same fucking synopsis, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't.
And then there's a special, which is it's a drama. It's also 1 episode. That one gets pretty dramatic. There's a lady with a gun under her head. Oh God, what the hell is going on? And then
no,
there's a
I remember seeing a clip of that. No, I didn't get it.
Then there's a recap apparently. Another special from 2019 of July. Wait, this is recent. July 30th, 2019. What the fuck?
Yeah, this came, like I said, it came out 2 seasons ago.
No, I'm talking about the special. The special of this.
Oh, okay. So never mind. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. They get together like immediately.
Oh.
Like literally in the preview, they kiss in the preview. So I'm like, all right, I guess that happens in the first like 3 episodes, which I'm fine with. Like, you know,
Right. You could expect them to get together eventually.
I hope they fucking do. Like,
I mean,
like
I still don't know what this like.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, just from watching or looking at the alternative, like, even the hentai. It looks like I thought it was a Yuri at first.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I thought it was a Yuri, but I guess the anime does, has this main protagonist as our dude. Oh wait, there's an actual character named Yuno in here.
Yeah. It's the elf girl, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming, yeah.
So
I'm missing a joke now.
Yeah, no, so I just fucking oh my god. So I'm going to a hentai site so I can find
Okay.
so I can find because I'm curious as to what it is.
It's a 1998. It's a 90s anime, like
yeah,
like
it's old. It's
turn
old.
of the century.
Oh god, it has a dub. Ooh.
Oh, Jarron, you know those hentais from the turn of the century dubbed or just genius, don't you know?
Oh, actually, it is a Yuri.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. That's
It
what I
says-
assumed, just by the
So its tags are Yuri uncensored, which is good.
okay.
Schoolgirl and rape. So
Ooh, I hope that doesn't really reflect upon the anime.
because that will get spooky. Because hentai is one thing.
It's sort of
I don't want to say you should expect it, but it's hentai. It's like
very,
maybe 50%.
It's very explicit,
Very explicit, but it's whatever. Again,
You can't be hitting me.
but
You
when it
can't be
happens-
hitting me with that in like anime,
right? Because that's then you're supposed to get connected to the characters, and you start feeling bad, and it's like, oh, I don't know about this. But what I was laughing at, it was as soon as I got here, one of the recommended like random hentais that was there, it's called "Grab Them by the Pussy." I shit you not. I shit you not.
Oh my
That is
God.
one of them. Like, I don't even know
I guess Trump watches anime then, or I guess Trump
I
watches
mean,
hentai.
I know. Like 2 years ago. Are you ready? 2 years ago, the top comment is Trump question mark.
Oh my god.
Like I
this is-
can't. I
We are in the
can't.
timeline of the great. We are in the greatest. We are in the greatest timeline right now, Jarron.
I swear to fucking God. I swear to God, if I find out Trump watched this and I I don't know what I'll do.
Vote.
I don't know what I'll do. I am I inclined to do it at that point because our fucking president is a secret fucking weeb. Like I don't know.
I don't want to
don't
get
know.
political, but this is just too funny. Like
This is what the fuck? Oh my god, I don't know what to do.
we need to get him on the show. I don't care.
You're right.
Behind Elon Musk and Keanu Reeves, we need to get President Trump on the show.
Yeah, we need to get President Trump and have him talk about where he was inspired by the phrase "grab him by the pussy."
Exactly. Was it a reference?
Tell me, we
Or
have
did
these
you-
questions, sir.
Exactly. The American people need to know.
Oh my god, I swear to God. I swear to God. If it's I don't like it, that's just all the comments.
Really? Oh my.
Like I don't even
I mean, the president shares memes and shit like that, so I feel like it's no. Would I be surprised if you ever found out about that? Hentai?
I'd be fucking surprised. That's
Would you be-
fucking
I mean, I'd be
that's
surprised.
fucking hilarious.
I wouldn't be surprised if we found it, but I would be surprised if you went through and watched it and be like, "Yep, that's how you grab them." I'm like,
Oh my god.
ugh.
Like I don't know. I don't know how it would feel. Like I don't know. It's weird.
Is it though?
I mean, it's not.
It's just, John. If the point would be where anime becomes mainstream, where our president, especially if it's President Trump, is making references to that, is that? Do you think we've gone too far in normalizing anime at this point? Even
Are you
hentai?
saying did we hit the ultimate time? Like you said, we hit the ultimate timeline where our president is a secret fucking. Like, what if he's a hentai addict? Like, what if like that's what he's just doing in the Oval? What if he's doing that in the Oval Office right now?
Watching hentai.
What if? Like what if? Like these are legit questions now. That's evidence. Like I've never heard that phrase "grab by the pussy" until Trump said it, and now that I've seen this, I'm like, I've only seen this in 2 instances. I've never heard it anywhere else in my life. Like, come on now.
Just imagine, John. He's in his office on his phone. He's on fucking a hentai site. Those are huge. Just
Ew. Oh my god, there's so many implications. There's so many
questions.
implications.
There's so many questions now.
Oh,
Like, you think he was that? Because remember that was an interview from like a long time ago.
I know.
Wait,
Like,
when was
that's
that?
the thing.
When was that? Wait, when was that? When was that hentai made?
Let me go back and find it.
Yeah.
God, this. You think the ads to like regular fucking sites are bad? Like, god damn, go to a fucking hentai site. It's fucking obnoxious.
I mean, I feel like any porn site is sort of like the same, isn't it?
I mean, no, this is really obnoxious.
You think so? Even for a porn site?
So this came out. I mean, maybe not as obnoxious. I don't know. It's not causing like 16,000 pop-ups, so I guess. But this came out November 8th, 2016. When did Trump run for president?
2016.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. Are we about to come upon a conspiracy here? Hold on. Hold on. If he said this shortly after this anime came out, there's a reason why I never heard of it before, because it was either brought into existence as a hentai first and then he found it, which is the most interesting timeline, or he said it first and then they made the hentai, which is the least interesting timeline.
I did some digging. It may be the
Uh-huh.
least interesting timeline
No.
because that interview was made that interview sprout in like 2016, but the interview was conducted in 2005.
Damn it. Damn it.
You know what?
Damn it.
We need to link him this fucking hentai right now on Twitter.
Just send it to him on Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
look. Be ready to get banned off of Twitter
For what?
for the truth.
You're gonna have to do it, Jarron. You have the link.
I can't. I love this channel too much. I can't. We'll be attacked.
You think why? Well, what if he actually watches it though? What if he actually opens it and watches it? Not even him. What if his moderator of Twitter watches it?
I could see that.
Like, I don't know, Jarron. That's see if it was inspired by his presidency, then that's amazing in and of itself. Imagine that. Hold on, I'm gonna have to look this up now. I'm gonna have to look up. Oh my god, what are we just opened up Pandora's box. Oh my god.
We did. Christ almighty.
It's grab him by the pussy, right? That's the title, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, grab them by the. Oh my god, what am I watching? Oh my god,
I
Yeah.
know, right? It's fucking crazy that it exists.
I need to find the studio behind this. I need to do my digging right then and now. Oh my god. Jesus
All right, so
Christ.
I have a challenge for the entire fucking
Oh my god, no, Jarron.
internet right now. What?
This is entire. This is, if not the most, deliberate, deliberate response to the presidency. Do you know why?
Why?
Because the cover of the fucking hentai, I'm at a site right now that buys it, that you can buy it and shit. So
Uh-huh.
it says grab him by the pussy, right?
Yeah.
The subtext below it says make hentai great again.
Wow. Wow. You
This
know
is
what?
a
I'm
direct-
satisfied with it.
This is a direct response to his presidency. We have
I'm
to send
satisfied.
we have to send him the link now on Twitter. We need to let him know the truth of what his presidency has done to the
No,
country,
a
to the
bigger
world.
a bigger channel has to do it. We can't risk it. Our
Why-
careers
what
careers too fragile for this.
What career? We have no career. That's the thing. We have nothing to lose. We don't have a
Yes,
big
we
audience.
do. We'll lose the channel.
I'm talking about on Twitter. I'm not talking about make a whole video about it.
I mean, we're making the video now.
Well, it's, hey, President Trump, did you know that your presidency has spawned a hentai from the same year of your presidency called "Grab Him by the Pussy, Make Hentai Great Again"? Oh my god.
I can't believe that.
In the Grab Them by the Pussy, get ready for 1 hour of non-stop hentai action. These sluts can't wait for you to grab them by the pussy and fuck them harder than ever before. It's time to make hentai great again. So come grab all the pussies you can before it's too late.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. See, this is the problem. This is the problem.
What?
Like, I guess I'll get a little bit political. This is when other countries are making hentai about your fucking world leaders. Like,
I'm gonna have to watch this
this is
now.
a problem.
I swear to God, if President Trump makes a cameo in this hentai, I'm gonna flip my shit.
Oh, you know he is. You know it's gonna be the last fucking part of that fucking show. It's like
He's
the
the
last
only-
scene is gonna be with him.
He's the ugly bastard in the fucking.
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
You know, I had to tweet this. I had to tweet this out to him.
This is.
John, we have a response. We found what happened. This is the timeline where everything goes off the wall. May not be the most interesting, but it definitely created a ripple effect to the point where other countries are making adult films that are explicitly in response to a political event that happened somewhere else.
Oh god. I mean, like, I get that it happens, but like, this
It's on
is too
Pornhub.
much. Like,
It's on
see.
Pornhub, I think.
Oh my god.
It's not on Pornhub, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Fake news.
I
And this is not fake news, though. Again, for you guys listening, this is not fake news. There is an actual
it's
hentai.
we can't link it on YouTube because the video get taken down.
Yeah. So, but if you want to find it for yourselves, just literally Google "grab them by the pussy" hentai.
The fact that it's real just blows my mind.
Not just the fact that it's real, but the fact that it's exactly what you think it is. Like, that's even more mind-boggling. Jarron, what the fuck did you do? You opened up Pandora's box when you were looking for it.
I didn't expect this to be real.
Oh my god.
Like, I don't even see how that's fucking real.
Oh my god, I'm reading this fucking article now. This is hilarious.
I legit can't believe it. Like, I don't know. Like, it's really hard to just fundamentally believe that that exists because of that. Like, I've seen plenty of memes spawn. You know, I've seen the young hentai artists out there make their art. And I've seen their little videos and responses and stuff. You know, I've seen Shad do Lolly Trump. I've seen, you think you've seen it all until a legit hentai company makes an actual hentai because of something another president said. That's fucking dumb. That's stupid, and I love it. See.
By the way, we are not political at all, but this is
too much. Like, this is like, I have been one, or in recent years, I've always been one to say, if you're gonna do something, do it for the meme, and they fucking did it straight for the meme. That's beautiful. Kudos to them. 5 stars. Oh my god, I can't fucking believe that. I'm gonna end up telling everyone I fucking know that there's a fucking hentai modeled after fucking Donald Trump's fucking bullshit. Like, that's so dumb.
I know. Oh my god. Oh. And I found out where where it came from.
Where?
It's from a they're called Adult Source Media.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it's from. Because I'm just looking at different fucking articles about this whole thing, like, because, oh my god. Because look at this. Because one of the things that they wrote here is like, I'll link the article. I'll say that much. I'll link the article just because there's nothing botchy about this. But like, let's see, quote. Let's face it, with all the publicity around one presidential candidate having actually said the word pussy, Adult Source Media is doing the most patriotic thing they can think of this election and electing to release a perverted parcel of animated pussy that the company believes is guaranteed to WikiLeak all over viewers. There's no debate about this one. Grab them by the pussy is the one ticket you want to join, said a company spokesperson. Quote, whether you're a Trump supporter or a Hillary supporter, I'm sure there's one thing we can all agree on. Pussy rules the world.
Oh my god. I can't even I'm having problems right now, dude. Like
like, this is beyond just being self-aware at this point.
Like, that's
when you think about like the time hentai gets, the time it takes for hentai to be made, just because for either a story or like you got greenlit, but for the purpose of a political environment, that is something to marvel after.
Like, that's something to be proud of. Like, that's
beyond do it for the meme. That's way beyond do it for the meme at this point.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna have to watch it tonight just to honor that. I am like, what, we are 1 term late, Jarron, in this. Oh my god! But what a treasure, what a national treasure we just found. Oh my god! I need to link this article to President Donald Trump right now.
Oh,
I'll link the article, Jarron.
Jomel.
I'm gonna link the article, not the actual hentai.
Okay, there you go. That
Yeah.
makes me feel better.
Let's see, the real Donald Trump. Oh my god.
I mean, you're just gonna get blocked, but that's fine.
I mean, that's if my first tweet is because if my first tweet towards him is because it's for a hentai, I think I'd be proud of that.
I mean, fair enough.
Let's see, how do I tweet at him? Oh wow, there we go. Thought you should know how much of an influence you are. Or thought you should know what you've inspired in this country. Or what you've inspired. Thought you should know what you've inspired.
Oh my god, this is some next level shit. I swear to God.
You think it'd be too much to say that we're proud? Yeah,
I'm pretty proud. Like
I'm
that's
live tweeting right now. See you guys. You think so? All right,
I'm pretty proud of that because
We are-
like it's so
we're proud of
that's
this.
honestly the fucking weirdest thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Drawn, what if this is the one tweet that makes us become famous?
I mean, I'm you know, honestly, I'm kind of down with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh my god, even the article, like you know how like if you post a link down, it'll like preview the article.
mm-hmm.
The first thing that says there is "Want to make hentai great again." That's the fucking title of this article.
Oh, thank Christ.
Okay, I'm doing it, and tweet. There we go. It's sent.
Remember us well, wannabe boos out there.
Yeah.
Remember that we were the ones that found the truth.
We found more than what was found in Area 51 at this point.
Right. That's what was in Area 51.
We got it, boys. We found the truth.
All
Make
right, boys, we got him.
Make hentai great again. Oh my god. Hashtag make hentai. I need to tweet this right now again. In
Yep.
general.
Hashtag make hentai great again.
Exactly. Let's see. Recording this last episode recording this last episode has led to the truth. We've been seeking.
We found it. Like the odds of like there's hundreds of thousands of hentai on that fucking site. The first time I go there in like forever, that's the one that shows up. I think it's a sign.
You think it's a sign?
I think it's a sign. Our career is about to fucking lift off. Or at least I fucking hope so. That'd be nice. I have no problem with being known for the fucking podcast that found the fucking Trump hentai. Like I have no problem with that.
The fact that you can say that and have it be legitimate is
I
so
know,
scary.
right? It's
Like-
so stupid.
Oh my god. What do we do? What do we do now?
I don't know. I don't know. I think we need to end. I don't know how we top this for today.
Hold on, let me finish off this tweet. Make
Yeah.
hentai great again. That's the fucking hashtag.
Again, like I said, there is fan art, but there's not a legit hentai for most memes
I know.
or any. None that I can think of. Maybe there's others, but like, come on now. This is some shit.
I think, and you know what the scary this is coming around right around like election season. This is a sign.
Oh, what if I see a timeline where somehow this blows up incredibly on Twitter and it affects the election. I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
That we're the ones.
I legit I don't
we-
know.
If we somehow collapse the entirety of the Democratic or the whole DNC, because we just happen to find a hentai based on his presidency.
I don't even know what I would do with myself. Like,
Are we gonna have to apologize? Are we gonna have to apologize to Pelosi or like?
No, I
Sanders?
wouldn't bother. Like, fuck that. Look at this. Look at this art. Like, look at this. Look at these mad lads that did this.
Hey, Stanley from The
Like-
Office said it the best. Hentai is art.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, that's. Ah, God.
Again, we're not political at all, but this is too good not to share with the rest of the world. I don't know how I don't know how I got buried in the last term, but it's now becoming
Like, I don't know how I've never even heard of it. Like, I legit don't understand. Like, I'm like the granted my reach doesn't really extend outside of Facebook very much, but like I'm like following a plenty of anime like shit posting pages, and like
Mhm.
I've never heard of it ever. Like, don't get me wrong, I've heard the hashtag let's make hentai great again. I've
Oh,
heard
really?
that before,
Really? Okay.
but I've never heard of that hentai ever.
Like
Like,
this
not a
explicit,
mention of it.
having it be this explicit in any regard.
Exactly.
I guess that's what makes it so unbelievable. It's explicitly intending it to be a reference to this presidency.
Yeah.
That's exactly why it exists. The only reason why it existed was was the election. That's the only reason. That's
Like,
it.
I guess I have to be thankful because like you can't get art like this on
Exactly.
the fucking the vanilla timelines. You have to go straight to Clown World.
Honestly, like, oh my god, like we are pulling off the Da Vinci Code right here, right now, Jarron. This is, oh my god. I think we just started a chain react. We might have just started a chain reaction. I hope. we
I'm
didn't.
ready for it, boy. I'm ready for it. We presidents, let's go.
Oh my god. I'm not about to be ready about it again. This may just blow over, and again, we're nobodies. We only have 14 followers on Twitter. You know, that's nothing to be too proud of. But
Right.
if it gains traction,
If something happens,
then you're welcome.
we'll be here. Continue to giving you our shitty content. Maybe we'll find more conspiracies.
Exactly. Who knows?
Maybe Bush was fucking, you know.
Bush isn't just
maybe
his name.
Right.
It's a tag. Oh shit. Oh, it's my battery. Okay. I thought I got a fucking notification.
Oh.
Oh my god. But we gotta leave off here with this fucking mind blower right here. So, as always, guys, thanks for listening. Thank you for downloading us. We do our best every week to get you guys one of the best content out there, relatively.
And nowhere else. So here's the thing. Guaranteed 100% nowhere else has anyone ever talked about this hentai. Ever.
Probably.
Period. No one's
think
brought
so?
this up.
You think so?
I'm 100% sure.
Okay. If not, you guys can prove us wrong. But so far, you heard it here first. This entire term has produced a hentai. Explicitly from this term.
And that's beautiful. I don't care who you are. That's beautiful.
Exactly. It's not a political statement. It's just
facts. It's alternative facts.
Exactly. It's reactionary, and I guess it's the best way you can react to anything, even for something political. Just make a hentai out of it.
That should be just the next campaign guy. Like whoever's running is just like, yeah, just make hentai of literally everything that happens. Fuck it.
I know.
I'll fund
my
it.
God. See, isn't it weird? Is it weird how we found this right around re-election season?
Look, it might be a sign. I don't know. It was the first thing I saw.
Mm-hmm. We live in strange times, ladies and gentlemen.
It's fucking weird. Like 7 years ago, I couldn't even predict what was about to happen.
No, not at all. Like, but we can only do so much in like the hour or so that we're here. So we will report back to you guys as soon as we get any kind of response. Maybe not. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter though, because I did just post that on Twitter, for you guys out there to respond to. So remember, we found the truth. This is what we're here for, guys. The world needs to know. The nation needs to know what's happened, and for the better.
God needs to know.
God bless your soul. Long live the Republic.
The Republic of Hentai.
Exactly. Oh man! But as always, guys, my name is Jomel Socorro,
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
and we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game anime news, reviews, and waifus for life.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you next time. And remember, let's make hentai great again. Matane.